Hello everyone, welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Christina.
And we are true twin flames in union. And we're here today to talk about a topic that we see a lot in the twin flame, communities and things like that, and that is divine timing.
Yes. Yeah. People talk so much about this situation with my twin flame doesn't feel good, but guess I just have to wait for divine timing for us to get together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's this idea that one day things will change and, on divine timing, and one day my twin flame is going to realize, how much he loves me, he or she, and they will come back to me.
Right. Like the stars will align and now the timing is right.
Right. And things will fall into place.
Yeah. But
the truth is that that's not really how that works. Mm-hmm. And that's not really like what divine timing means. In terms of the twin flame journey, it really is about changing your consciousness through healing. Mm-hmm. And the divine timing, the divine support that you receive through choosing to change and claim your union.
Right. Like the teachings of union, which that's what we used to come into our union together and heal our blocks to union. It's really, emphasizes the importance of divine order. Mm-hmm. And what that's really speaking to is like, there are certain things that need to be resolved within your consciousness in order for you to be able to attract your true twin flame in harmony. Right? Mm-hmm. And it's not about like waiting for divine timing, waiting for something to happen. That's not really what's going to yield the best result.
Right. And like to go a little bit deeper, it's because the blocks so what causes separation for twin flames is blocks. It's upsets to love. And they're, very real things in your consciousness that actually need to be healed. And as you heal those blocks, you come closer to your twin flame. And what I'm pointing at here is that waiting on divine timing and waiting for things to just happen someday, that doesn't actually work because your consciousness needs to be healed. Those blocks need to be removed. And it's your responsibility to heal your consciousness and remove the blocks. And if you just decide not to do that, then those blocks never heal. Mm-hmm. And therefore you cannot clear the separation with your twin flame. And so you have to heal those blocks in order to come together with your twin flame.
Yeah. So those blocks, to clarify what that's speaking to, a block means any space any place in your consciousness where you're out of alignment with love, where you are holding on to beliefs basically beliefs that lead to patterns, where you're holding on to beliefs that are not in alignment with love, with what you deserve, with your divine good. Right. And so the big part of the journey is healing these blocks, bringing yourself back into authenticity, living in alignment with your divine self. And that's why, waiting for divine timing, like divine timing is not going to realign you with, your authenticity. That has to be a choice that you make.
Right, exactly. And one thing I wanted to clarify on here is a lot of people, they mention this divine timing and I'm just gonna let things kind of play out, as believing that is a form of like surrendering.
Yeah.
We all know surrendering to the process is very important on the twin flame journey. But there's a difference in feeling, in energetic, like in feeling in your heart, between actually surrendering to the process but still claiming it and still choosing to move towards it versus giving up. And the just waiting for things to happen by someday, by chance, by fate, that is actually a feeling of not claiming your twin flame. It's actually a feeling of giving up. So you can surrender to the process so that things are easy, while while still claiming your twin flame, while still making the choice to heal, digging for those places in your consciousness where there are upsets, where you don't feel connected to love, and clearing those out willingly to come together with your twin flame. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what happens in a lot of cases that we see, is that basically the twin flame journey, at the core of it, it's not a journey about like getting with this other person. That's, I think, what leads a lot of us to it, mm-hmm. right? But it's ultimately a journey of realigning with your divine self, mm-hmm. realigning with your authenticity. It's a journey back to the divine. And so, there are challenges that come with it, right? When you're facing down these upsets that are keeping you miserable, mm-hmm. in a way, it requires feeling some feelings that are not fun to feel. Mm-hmm. But these feeling those feelings and healing through it and making new choices in these places is actually what's going to bring you everything that you desire.
Right. And we totally get it. Mm-hmm. Like, the twin flame journey may not always feel easy. And, there are blocks that can be difficult to work through. But the more that you work through them and the more that you heal your consciousness, the easier and lighter it becomes. Where blocks that used to seem insurmountable, you begin to realize that they're just feelings to work mm-hmm. through.
Yeah.
And you can work through the feelings and love yourself in that space and then move on from those feelings.
I was gonna add to that, which mm-hmm. is that a lot of the time, so when people hit upon these deep blocks or these big challenges that they feel insurmountable, this is a lot of the time where we hear people say like, well, I'll just wait for divine timing,
right?
And I think, or like a lot of the time when people aren't hearing back from their twin flame and they're experiencing a block in communication, they interpret this as a sign from the universe that like, well, it's not meant to be right now. We'll wait for divine timing. Mm-hmm. And I think that people it's like a half true in the sense that, you shouldn't force anything. And, that door is closed right now, but it's only because there are feelings to work through. Mm-hmm. It's not because the door, necessarily is going to be closed forever. That's just what you're experiencing right now. Mm-hmm. And so, the healthiest thing you can do is choose to release attachment mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. to the outcome, but still persist in your inner work. And that's the healthiest thing that you can do. Whereas, rather than like, well, I'm just going to release attachment and just not care what happens and divine timing will bring us together. Like that is actually giving up mm-hmm. because you're not making a choice to heal through the reasons that you're experiencing separation.
Right. And going back to like the difficulty, you don't have to do it alone either. Mm-hmm. You can always claim your support. Me and Christina are Ascension coaches. Mm-hmm. We do private coaching. There are we're part of a community, the Twin Flames Universe community, and there are lots of great coaches. But there's a whole community that can also support, and you don't have to do it alone. We definitely, want to help you work through any difficult feelings that you need to move through.
Yeah, it's safe to ask for help on mm-hmm. this journey. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's a lot of the reason that a lot of people give up or kind of put it in the back burner is because they feel like they have to do it all themselves, or they feel like they're, they prefer not to ask for help because for whatever reason. And there's so much support available to you that mm-hmm. it's not worth it to try to figure it out on your own. Mm-hmm. We absolutely did not figure it out on our own. We were both students of Twin Flame Ascension School mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With Jeff and Shaleia. And it's a massive change in your consciousness that's required. And there's really no reason to try to, make that happen on your own. There's a lot of support that's required in order for it to be light and easy, and it can be light and easy.
Right, exactly. And I think, just to say that by massive change in your consciousness, we don't necessarily mean that has to take a long time. It can be very quick. I know for me, I was I was experiencing a false twin flame for years before I found the teachings of union. And then, within a third of the time, I was already, healed and, together. We were together.
Right.
It is something that I want to make a distinction with. There's a lot of teachings out there where their underlying foundation is basically saying it's impossible to come together with your twin flame, and they're actually in a way teaching separation.
Yeah.
But when we found the teachings of union, the big change was that they taught union. They taught it's possible, you can do it, and it's not impossible. You're not powerless.
Right. It's safe to claim your union. And there's no reason that you can't have what you desire, but it does require that you align yourself with love. And that's the consciousness shift that you're calling in when you're on the twin flame journey. And when you align yourself with love and your most divine, authentic version of yourself, you're naturally a magnet for everything that you desire.
Yeah. That feels good. I feel complete there.
Yeah.
And we just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. Once again, me and Christina are twin flame coaches. We do private coaching. We also do readings. We also currently have a Valentine's Day reading if you're interested in finding more out about your twin flame union. And the energies therein. Feel free to check out our website at oneconnectedlove.com. And as always, we will see you next time in the next video. Thank you.